So in conclusion, the TrailTech Voyager Pro is an excellent GPS if you take it off-road. Now, why did I just do that? Well, I know a lot of you guys just jump in and they want to see the conclusion right away, so I decided to put the end of it right in the beginning of this video. I'm Kirk with Kirk's Motor Rod Shop in Northern Illinois, also at the BMW Motor Rod Club of Northern Illinois. So, the TrailTech, the reason you're here, the Voyager Pro, really, it's a great GPS if you use it off-road. This is not meant for using on the road per se. It does have maps in it. It does have a map feature in it. You can see the map in there, and the map is really, it's really basic. It's really not meant for trying to find where you're going on the highways. It doesn't have any kind of turn-by-turn directions. If you wanted to go to McDonald's in another town or something and you thought you could program it into this one, you can't do that. This is meant for off-road use. It's meant for you GS guys. It's meant for people that have snowmobiles or ATVs. Or even if, I guess if you were just out on a walk and you wanted to carry this big brick around, the battery does last a ridiculously long time. And the detail of it is really quite astounding. So if you're using it in conjunction with some paper maps, this thing is the way to go. Way better than like my Garmin road map. I've used that one as well off-road, and you know, you look like you're just out in the middle of a field. If it's not on a road, you're not going to really find where you're going. This one's got a way to track where you're going. It's got a way to track your buddies if they have these units as well. Really just an excellent unit. So stay tuned, please, for the rest of this video. The rest of this video goes into great detail as to what this thing is. I have an interview with one of the TrailTech reps, a guy from Polaris who actually makes this. This is a Polaris company. They talk quite a bit about the features. I'll talk about the features as well. I did some off-road with it and took some video out in Arizona. Guys, I hope you continue to watch. Also, please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please consider supporting me. I have a Patreon page, which is down in, it's a link down in the description below, as well as where you can buy this. I have an Amazon page, and if you purchase things from that Amazon page, even if it's just regular shopping off of that page, I do get just a very small kickback from Amazon once a month. And every little bit helps. Check out the rest of the video. Thanks so much for watching. And like I said at the end of all the videos, I'll see you in the next one. Brian, what can you tell me about the TrailTech Voyager Pro?
Yeah, well, Voyager Pro is our new GPS. We've been in the industry for about 15 years. Released our first GPS in 2010 called Voyager. It was really designed for off-road riders. No base maps on it, black and white screen, very rugged, meant for you to basically go get lost in the woods and find your way back home. Voyager Pro has been in development for about 6 years and just got released April 2018. It's more angled towards this market, the adventure market, the guy that wants to ride on-road and off-road. So a lot of capabilities that you won't find in any other GPS. Comes preloaded with all of North America on it for your topo data, as well as all your streets, off-road trails, and whatnot are all preloaded on the unit for North America. If you travel outside the States, you can download maps for free. Long story short, though, you can use this to navigate your way just like you did with our old Voyager, or you can load maps onto it for a specific route. It will not give you turn-by-turn or points of interest per se, like a Garmin might. But this is definitely going to help you go get lost and navigate back to the waypoint. I'm sure you can't see that, but that you want to get to. We have technology called buddy tracking that is designed and patented by TrailTech that allows you to connect up to 20 riders in your group. And that's really what sets us apart from anything else. We use shortwave radio frequency, so you don't need cell phone reception. You can be in the deepest, densest woods and still connect up to 20 riders, like I said, and see exactly where they're at on the screen. If something goes wrong, there's a emergency beacon that you can hit. Lets everybody in your group know that you ran out of gas, got a flat tire, whatever. Really, really cool technology that we feel like is going to change the off-road riding game, really.
Yeah, it's definitely a very exciting product. I'm enjoying using it right now, even though I'm not using it off-road. I've been using it on-road, and I do love some of the features. One of the things that probably the feature that I personally love the most is that this screen, you can see this screen in any light situation except for when it turns off. But any lighting situation at all, I'm amazed at how clear it is. In fact, the brighter the sun, the better you can see it. And I think on an off-road situation, that would be a paramount thing to have, is to be able to, see it at any time. You got GPS data in there, you got your satellite data. There's a lot going on there, and you can really get a good idea here. It's got you've got engine data, you've got RPMs, temperature data. They have different sensors and probes that go in different areas that you can set this thing up, and it really is just a great piece of kit. So what about so this is the top tier model. What are some of the other tiers that you guys are currently carrying right now, and where do they separate, in technology?
Well, yes, this would be considered our top of the line gauge. It incorporates all of the functions of the other gauges that we make. This is the only one that's true GPS, so it's hard to compare what we make otherwise to this. But we make things from small tach hour meters for $40 retail, up to a Vapor is our number one selling speedometer, speed, tach, engine temperature, ambient air temperature, and those retail for about $140. So totally different ranges of what the customer's looking for, what you need out of a meter. You need a tach hour meter, or do you need a full Bluetooth, GPS integrated device like this? That really the idea is to not have to run 5-6 different gauges on your vehicle. You can run this one gauge and incorporate all that data, which is, again, I think what really separates us from any other GPS company out there. And to touch on the display, I'm glad you mentioned it. We use a TFT display, so it is transflective. So the idea with that is the more light you get on it directly, the crystals basically make the screen more vibrant. So it is designed, like you said, to be better viewable in the brightest of light situations, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, it is amazing how clear that screen really gets. And I have it compared, directly to my my Garmin unit, which in the bright sunlight practically washes out. It needs to be almost night or dusk in order to see it. Also, if there's something reflective on your body, if you're wearing reflective gear, it washes out that screen. This one will not wash out. It's really, again, the more light goes to it, the more comes back at you. It's really just an excellent choice of screens. So what about what do you get in the kit? What are some of the extra accessories? What would somebody have to, if they're going to put it onto a GS, how would they get the most out of that, with extra accessories or not? If it comes with enough?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I'm not going to unbox the kit, but this is what the kit would look like. And we make a variety of model-specific kits. So it really would depend on which kit you went with. For a GS type of application, I would recommend our Adventure Bike kit. It's a little bit more universal. We don't give you the temp sensor because the vehicle already has engine temperature built into it. Instead, we give you some more mounting solutions. So we give you a RAM mount ball. So if you have your favorite RAM mount, you can use that. We also give you our standard handlebar mounting bracket, so you can do with that option. We give you the power connection and the RPM connection if you'd like to use it. But really, all you have to do is hook that up to power. So you can go right to your key switch, directly to your battery, wherever you want to get your power from, and use all those features. And if you want to add temperature, you can do that by adding one of our temperature sensors for about $20. If you get one of the model-specific kits, say for an off-road vehicle, your KTM per se, we will give you the temp sensor as well as the wheel sensor for that vehicle. So you get a little bit more model-specific as you go into the model-specific kits. Universal, we make sure you're going to be able to mount it and use it out of the box. You're not going to have to buy something else.
Thank you so much for taking a look here. So, one of the things I like about it, Well, I love that you can actually see the screen in the daylight. And, you know, you can go through the different screens on here. I'll go over that more later, but I just wanted to show you. You probably pick it up in the video here. There's like some shading here of the mountains. It has topographical lines. It also has this red trail here, which shows my path, and you can kind of see it there. I've been recording my path so that I can get back to where I was. If I were out in the kind of in the middle of nowhere, I could actually find my way back. Just basically turn around and follow my own trail back. It's really, really a great way to do this. There's so many features on this thing. I apologize now if the wind up here is a little bit harsh. I just wanted to show it off just a little bit at this point, and I'll go through the other screens real quick. You've got, you know, your miles per hour, the temperature outside. It does come with extra sensors, or you can buy them, so that you can monitor like your engine speed. You can see up here it's got the RPMs. It's kind of hard to make out, but if you look at it at trailtech.net, you'll be able to see it. This is the Voyager Pro. Anyway, it's got engine voltage. You can see I've ridden it now for about 3,000 miles, so I've been with this thing for quite a while. You can also put in your music as well and have that running through your headset. I've tried that. I actually don't particularly care for this screen very much, or the ability here. I like to run it off of my phone and into my Cena headset, so that it's just not, they don't have it perfected yet. One of the problems is if you're playing your music and you go to shut the music off, it's gonna start right back at zero. It's not gonna pick up where you left off. So I didn't find that to be very cool. It does have, you know, it's got all the different contacts. You can make phone calls through it. It's kind of like the Garmin in a way. So I can drop waypoints in here. So there's a waypoint screen. See, there's that. I can create a waypoint, say yes. Now it's showing a waypoint there. So if I wanted to come right back to this spot, I just can zoom out and see my other, you know, see that waypoint. I did create a waypoint many miles ago, and I can show that. Maybe it should pick up on here. Yeah, there it is, way out there in the distance. That's kind of like my home base right now. I can wind my way back to that waypoint if I wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to continue down this road. Got some great features. I got to tell you, I really do like this thing. It's super sturdy. It's pretty much bulletproof. The mount on here is just rock solid. It's not going to come off. In the, you know, if I were to crash or dump this thing over, it's not going to go flying off of there. Just a wonderful piece of kit. So we'll go back over some of the other things in a later part of the video. Give it some of my my other opinions, but for now, really enjoying the Trail Tech. I'm glad I have it and I'm able to get it out here and just enjoy it. So if you stuck with me this long, well, you might as well just see it all the way through. So I now have put about 3,600 miles on this thing. So got a pretty good idea of what it's capable of. I've looked through every single menu on here, and if I were to go through all the menus and all the settings on this thing, it would take hours. I'm going to leave that up to you if you decide to buy one of these. Not going to bore you to tears with a video of that length. Anyway, this one's been long enough. I just want to say, if you want to purchase one of these, please look down in the description down there below. There's an Amazon link that will take you to the page, as well as you can also look at some of the other links that are on there. One goes to my Amazon page, which I've got all of the products on there that I recommend and use, and I will get a little bit of a kickback from that you know, if you decide to purchase anything off of that page. And Coco will be happy about it too, I think. Right? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. This time for real.